You know, the other day I told you about one of my vision, how I asked a question to know if I could go and do my internship in Africa and so on. And I had very strong answers telling me, no, don't go there, right? And it got me thinking actually about my life. And I look at my life because I was quite an adventurous life that I created for myself. I hitchhiked the world for many, many years with a backpack and nothing else, right? And then at one point, I met the man who became my husband, and we kept going everywhere. And we never went, well, sometime we would go to the rich country, if I may say it like that. But most of the time, we went to countries where, because we were not rich, I mean, we were young, and we were going to countries that would, where our money would last long, right? Because all we wanted is to keep traveling and keep traveling and always go towards the sun. We didn't like the cold, we wanted to go towards the sun. So that, my friend, brought a lot of, sometime I may say, misfortune or a special situation sometimes, especially when I was in Central America in the beginning of 1922, 23, all the way to 25, not 25, sorry, just mixing the dates here. 1982, 83, all the way to 1985. That's when we were in Central America, and I don't know if you're aware of that, but in those days it was a revolution, a civil revolutions, and the armies was everywhere. It was not that easy to travel this country, especially when the way we did, because we checked, right? We left from Vancouver at that time, and we checked the coast of the state and all Mexico, and finally got into Guatemala. It took us about 9 months to do that because we wanted to take our time. And then as we stayed a few months, like 6, 7 months to Guatemala, and then we went inside in El Salvador, Nicaragua, Honduras, Costa Rica, and all. Then came back from Costa Rica and went back to Honduras, El Salvador, Nicaragua's, and it was quite a journey, believe me. And sometimes we were in situation that I would call today quite dangerous. But we never took it like that. It was like somehow we have faith that we would just go through and everything would be do okay, everything would be fine, you know. And I remember one of these days we took well, we checked, right? So we took a ride with a driver with a big truck, and this guy was making a run from Nicaragua to El Salvador eventually, and so on. So, but there was a lot in those days. There was a lot of a bridge blown up, and because there was a revolution and they were all fighting against one another, so you never knew if a certain road would be open or not, or if they would have been blown up or things like that. So we never know if the road we're taking will really lead us to where we wanted, and if there would be danger getting there. So this man, he did the run every week. He was quite used to it. But for him, it was like, I do the run because I know the country so well. I know which road to take that they will not blow up because nobody used them anymore. And there is a place, there's this bridge, it's a rope, a rope bridge for cars. cars and trucks made of rope. Unbelievable. So he says, if you are willing to go to my road, come up. You will see the country and you'll see how beautiful this is here. And we said, why not? Let's do it. So we hop in the truck, and it took a few days. And every time when the sun would set down, he would say, okay, we're going to stop right here. There's a tienda there, and we're going to put our hammocks, and we're going to sleep. And don't worry, there's this lady that makes beautiful food. And we're going to eat and sleep. And before the sun comes up tomorrow morning, we'll hit the road. Wonderful. So we loved it. I mean, everything was organized for us. So it was, wow, no struggle, no nothing. But when we got to that bridge, oh my God. And the driver is there, and we look at him, and he's looking, and he's having a cross, and he kisses cross, and he goes like that. And he takes a few deep breaths, and then I go and I look at my friend, my husband, and I said, oh my God, did you see that bridge? Oh, wow. Did you see how high it is? And then my friend looked at me and he says, Sylvie, if that bridge give up, we're dead. And I look at him and I say, absolutely. We're not just dead, we're done to nothing. We'll be flat out. It's so freaking high. The rocks look small like this, and yet they were huge, huge rock. And then this bridge was so narrow, So the guy says, okay, let's go. Okay, let's go. We take a deep breath, and we hold our hands, and I think we didn't breathe. I think we didn't breathe all the time that he crossed that bridge. And I was sitting by the window because in those countries, that's one of the things we did all the time. Well, most of the time. When we hitch a ride and it was a man driving, David was in the middle and I was there. And if it was a woman driving, I was in the middle and he was by the window. Always like that. So we are engaging in that bridge. And then I look on the side, the tires are outside the pieces of wood that are laid down on that bridge. And I go, oh my God, oh my God. He makes one little wrong move and goodbye, we're gone. But that man did that once a week, well, actually twice a week, because he always came back. And it's the only road he took because he knew nobody else would be there. And I truly understand why nobody else would be crazy enough to go cross that bridge. So we did that. And then I go to myself and I think about all of this and I say, gee, how lucky was I? How blessed I was to not have died that day. Because it was pretty dangerous. And then I start thinking about all kinds of events that happened to me. And I'm looking at it and I said, gee, Sylvie, you could have died so many times. So many times you did dangerous stuff and you could have just died there. And you're still up here. And I think I know why. I got to talk about what I'm talking right now. So this summit is coming and we'll talk about it very, very deeply. And I will give you answers to all of your questions of how we can become successful using our sensory system. So give me a little word. I want to get in the summit in a private message or right below this video. and I will send it to you. Share it and tell everybody that there is going to be a great summit with great speakers and people like you and me who create an extraordinary life for themselves. And they will give you tips how to begin doing steps that will make you discover who you truly are and create your unbelievable life that you've always dreamed to live, to exist. Don't get stuck. Everything is possible in this world. What matters the most is to find who you are first. And by developing your sensory system, and there's many ways and technique to get there, you will begin having the dream of your life. So below, leave me a message telling me you want to get in the summit or in private, and I will send you the link and share it with all your other friends. And I will tell you another story pretty soon. Bye for now.